So we got some breaking news. The New York Jets have officially fired head coach Robert Saleh. I'm not going to lie, the firing is a bit of a surprise. This early in the season, 5 games played so far, Saleh shows up to work, business as usual, and he ends up escorted out by security, jobless, to the apparent surprise of many players. Expectations for the Jets were high the last 2 seasons with the acquisition of Aaron Rodgers. Season 1, we all know what happened on the first drive with Rodgers tearing his Achilles, but starting this season with Rodgers healed and having done more spirit journeys, the team had Super Bowl hopes. But sitting at 2-3, the Jets have not started out as expected, and their offense has really struggled out of the gate, ranking near the bottom half of the league in total yards and points per game. The deficiencies are evident when you watch the Jets play. Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, completely lacks chemistry with the starting players on the Jets, and it's a problem. Breece Hall, who I think is one of the best backs in the game, has been losing touches to Braylon Allen, who is good, but not Breece Hall. Garrett Wilson looked pedestrian through the first 4 weeks of the season, and in week 5, he was peppered with 22 targets, resulting in just 13 catches for 101 yards. Rodgers needs to build chemistry with the offense if he wants to succeed. I know he's been a my guys player, and he's feeding Allen Lazard, but I don't think defenses are scared of Lazard as a pass catcher. Even before this point, rumors were flying regarding a Davante Adams trade, and I don't know if that's going to fix all of the Jets' problems. Adams is obviously a great player, but who's going to give up their targets? And if it's Wilson, you're going to have a former offensive rookie of the year becoming disgruntled pretty quickly. Defensively, Saleh has been much better. The Jets are near the top of the league and have been defensively every season since he's been a head coach. As a coordinator, he knows how to run a defense, and they've done a great job of drafting playmakers. Perhaps the relationship with Rodgers was part of the issue, and the dynamic between the two of them didn't mesh. I mean, we all saw that awkward exchange between the two, but there's also the fact that Saleh, as a head coach, has a pretty rough record. He's 20-36 in his 3+ years. Not great, but with that Rodgers injury and the awful QB play of Zach Wilson, the mediocrity isn't surprising. The fact that he was fired doesn't surprise me, but the time does. I figured the leash would be a little bit longer, and for the Jets, a 2-3 record isn't an insurmountable one to climb back from, but maybe that's why they're making the change now. The defense is good, but something needs to change on offense, whether it's chemistry and rhythm or the guy at the head of the table. Right now, the pressure is on interim head coach Jeff Ulbrich, who's also the defensive coordinator and will be looking to get this team rolling in a hurry. But were you surprised? Do you think Rodgers had anything to do with it? Let us know down below.